I know what you're thinking. She's alive. She's alive and she's posting on YouTube again. What the hell happened? Hi guys, how are we doing? I haven't gone for a year. I could give you the cookie cutter answer to this, which is, why have you been gone for a year, Maya? Well, I've been balancing getting a master's degree alongside a full-time job, which is very soul-sucking and time-consuming. But really, at the end of the day, what it boils down to, if I'm being completely honest with you, which is why I set my camera up on a random Saturday in July at 10:30 at night, I am stuck in this massive rut of comparison. I feel like what a lot of people don't realize or talk about is that the scariest part of social media is not filming in public or just feeling embarrassed by going online, but it is this rut of comparison that you drive yourself into just because you want to build a community with other people. In an effort to get out of the comparison spiral, I just wanted to make my first YouTube video back just something I wanted to talk about. I know it's a little bit more of like a video essay style, not really bookish related, but it is the truth. People who create and consume really do understand this feeling. I have been feeling comparison since I was a child. I've always wanted to be better. I was a competitive kid my whole life. I grew up bred competitively. I was always somebody who wanted to be better, do better, score the highest. And as much as it's a good thing to be ambitious and to have drive and to have determination to be the best, it also limits you from wanting to do the things you love and be yourself. Always wanting to be better for me meant that I had to do what that other person was doing but 10 times better, not the way I wanted to do it, or not in a way that was original or something that was fun or fulfilling for me. I wanted content creation to be something that I truly had for myself. And I feel like the minute I started it and the minute I started to build a community, I immediately became competitive. When I decided I wanted to make a book talk account in 2024, I really wanted it to be a fun and creative space where I felt like I was just able to post what I wanted and kind of just not even build a community, but just make friends with other people who really liked reading. And for the first couple of months, it went really well. I just really loved going on there, posting about the books I was reading. I did like get ready with me's, I did coffee videos, I did a million different things. And I really did enjoy it. I didn't focus on, I guess, the numbers or the followers or anything, because I was like, I'm just starting out, you know, it's just gonna be fun. I'm gonna make some friends. And then I did start making friends, and those friends introduced me to other friends. And then my community started growing and my following started growing and my videos started getting more traction. And it was a lot of fun. And I really felt like in that moment, I was like, wow, I have people who like me. I have an account that's growing. I'm really enjoying this. It's almost instantaneous, the switch that flips. And it's really sad almost for me to sit here and admit that my brain switches from something where it's like, this is something I do for enjoyment and as a stress reliever and to build community and to make other friends. And because this is my passion, and it becomes, how can I be better than you? And I do really think it's because that's the way I was brought up, and that was just the way I've always been my whole life, where I've just wanted to be better and do better because I was always held to a high standard. So I feel like I need to perform at that high standard. But removing that feeling of needing to perform when it comes to doing something I love, it's just something I can't distinguish. I think that line is so hard to distinguish. I feel like a lot of people who follow me on here are eldest daughters, or they come from an immigrant household, or they have similar life experiences to me, and it feels the same way, where it's, I'm doing something for enjoyment and I want to fully enjoy it to the best of my ability, but then it becomes a competition. And it's not because I want to be better than the other person and I'm not happy for them. I love their content. I love that they're doing what they're doing. I love that people love them like that, but I want people to love me the same way. And it's not some deep psychological issue. It's the fact that I want to be better. And it is so soul-sucking. And it's a slippery slope, because sometimes I will sit down with myself and I'll be like, well, maybe I should detach the internet portion of it and I won't have something to compare myself to. But I actually love coming on the internet and talking and just being myself, because I feel like I hold myself back in so many situations in my everyday life that this is somewhere I could be myself. But then I'm starting to realize, well, if I'm comparing myself to everybody else, I'm not really being myself. And I reiterate to myself every single day, but I still clearly can't get it, that wanting to be better than somebody else or wanting to be the best at something literally hinders you from being the best at something, because you are no longer able to be yourself or understand the things you like to do or unlock the true things that can make you better. And I mean better in the sense that, like, you'll see that growth, you'll build that community. If you're trying to replicate somebody else and do it better than them, you're not going to find the people you want to find. And I tell myself this every day, and then I'm sitting here like, oh, I hate this, and why can't I be like this person, and why can't I do these reading vlogs like them, and why do I have to work a 9-to-5 job and I can't do this full time, and why is my room not this perfect little reading corner and I don't have this cute little reading chair? And it's so infuriating, and it's just such a disgusting cycle to live in, because you're like, hey, can you shut up for like 5 seconds please? But then the other side of your brain is like, well, if you actually did this, then maybe then you would be able to grow and do all these things. It is this bickering battle in my head, and I absolutely despise it and loathe it, but it's the reason I hold back so much. I have worked so hard in being able to like myself and like who I am and like the things I like and be content with being me, that I don't let other people see who I really am because of this comparison. And I'm trying to make this video or say this out loud to almost tell myself, I don't give a that I have one bookshelf in my room. I kind of really could give a less that I work a 9-to-5 job. I should not give I still live with my parents. I shouldn't care that because I live in New York City and I don't live in one of the big, beautiful boroughs where I'm living the city lifestyle that I can't post about it. And those are quite literally the reasons I don't post on YouTube. I say it every single day to my friends, to people around me. It's not about taking a camera out into the public. It's not about just this fear of being perceived online. It is the fact that I know I'm not this other person and I'm not going to be as successful as them. So I'm holding myself back. Who knows if that's the truth? Who knows if I make one video where I'm just sitting like this to the camera, yapping it up, and somebody feels connected to me, and then all of a sudden this just blows up in my face and it becomes this big, beautiful thing. It's already a big, beautiful thing, and I love it. I love it, but it's this clouding feeling of this comparison, and it is my goal to kind of make this split between doing the things I enjoy and making it a competition. And I think competition is very healthy. Practically, competition is what got me through my master's degree and did not make me drop out of the program. I wanted to be able to be the best at what I could do and be the best special educator that I could be. That pushed me to get through my master's program. That competition was a little unhealthy at times, but the drive for that competition was healthy. I feel like without competition, then there aren't the greats and there aren't these people that do the best at what they could do. But it is when it becomes a everyday thing where you're comparing yourself to, well, she makes her coffee like that, I'm gonna make it 10 times better. That's literally what my brain feels like. And I want to work on just not caring, not giving about it. Living in a repressive lifestyle where you hate absolutely everything you're doing because you're not the best at it is draining. It is toxic, it's disgusting, and it's something I'm trying to get myself out of. So posting this video and just ignoring that it even exists in the internet and that people can see it and people can judge me and whatever the case is, just doing it and just posting what I want to post is something I want to do to make life more joyful, because life is so short, but life is also so long at the same time, and we have so much time here even though it is short time, and I feel like living that life in this constant state of misery and comparison is not the life you want to live in. And that's not to say that I won't get caught up in moments of comparison where I see other people strive where I'm not striving, but that's okay. I live a different life. We all live different lives. Seeing content creation as a form of filling my own cup, as a form of self-expression, as a way to share the hobbies that I love doing is something I want to do more, because PR is cool and being invited to events is cool and having a lot of followers is cool, but being able to live a life where you're joyful and you could simultaneously do that. I'm just saying for myself, of course. I care that I live my life happily and I do something I like to do instead of deciding that everything I have to do has to be something that's miserable because it's competition. That's what's been on my mind recently. So hopefully that means I'll be back more. I don't know. I really do just want to post, and I do feel like I'm already gonna sit here and be like, well, what am I gonna post? And what are people gonna want to watch? Well, girl, I'll just sit here and talk to the damn camera all day. I don't really care. You can follow me around. We could do the same bullshit that I do every day. Make my coffee, sit down on my couch, read a book. I don't know. Hope you enjoyed that. If nobody told you today, love you so much. And if you stuck around for this whole thing, thanks. You're super cool. Bye.